I'm surprised you were able to leave the Nvidia building to quit. Shit is a maze. Well, at this time it was work from home because of COVID. But yes, the Nvidia headquarters is a fucking spaceship. It is an all white. And I don't mean. It looks like this. Yeah, you can. This is like the best example I can give. It's kind of like this. It's like all triangles, pure white, sterile hallways. It's like, it's so easy to get lost. Like finding a meeting room, no signage. All the meeting rooms are labeled like Galactus. You know, it's just some fucking name. And like, where is that? I don't know. I have to fucking go find it. No green? No, dude. It's funny. This is the building I worked in. It was like their big flagship headquarters. They were like, it opened right as I started. This is a brand new building right when I started. They quickly realized that it kind of sucked. And so they built an exact duplicate of this building across the street, but fixed all the problems. And so everybody wants to work in that building, not in this building. And so they added, look, they made a duplicate that is like, look, they just made this duplicate, except this one has like greenery and like grass spaces and like artwork and decorations and wood paneling, and like this one is just so much nicer. Where was Evan Gao standing? Right here. This is where Evan Gao did his backflip. This didn't exist at the time. They had to tear some shit down to make this. This is where I would walk to work. I would put my dog out right here. I would try to walk across this street to go like get snacks and stuff sometimes, except people always went fucking 10 million miles per hour. This is like the most dangerous crosswalk in a fucking America. I think that's why they added this bridge. This bridge didn't exist when I was there. This crosswalk was fucking, it was Frogger. Yeah, it's a fucking 12 laner. How long ago was the Evan Gao backflip? Probably 2021. Probably 2021. Didn't they try to make a bridge at college to solve a problem like that and it collapsed? Is your takeaway that because one bridge collapsed, bridges are a useless feature? That we should never try bridges again because one bridge? Bridges never work. Bridges are so dangerous. Yeah, I'm just not sure that's a good line of thought, my friend. 70% of Americans are killed by bridges. That I don't know enough about the stats to dispute that. The bridge at FSU collapsed because the engineer who designed it forgot to click a button on the app. Is there a don't collapse button? Does it run it through a non-collapse filter? What fucking possible button? You forgot to click export. They just built the bridge with no file because he didn't export it. What the fuck? 100 gifties from G Zashi? G Zashi has 2 messages in my chat history. 2. And they're both from today. The first message, if I'm going to buy a new laptop, what one should I get? Bro, I don't work at Nvidia anymore. Why would fucking gift the money to fucking MKBHD? What am I going to tell you? What? I don't even know. Are you in school? Are you wanting a game? Are you trying to work? What is your... Get the latest Nvidia laptop, bro. And then your second message, you have 2 messages. The second one was the letter M. And then your third action was 100 gifted subs. I have a tough time understanding you. I have no great answer for... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go to Nvidia's account and tell you this is what you should get right here. Here's the link. Here's the link. You should get a brand new Nvidia GeForce 40 series laptop. This is their latest campaign. I know the guy working on this campaign. He would love to get one more sale. This is great. Just get any one of these Nvidia GeForce 40 series RTX laptops. They're thin, fast, and light. Okay? You know, back in the day, a gaming laptop in college might be loud or bulky and unable to compete with a thin and light MacBook. But now you can have the best of both worlds by getting a thin and light GeForce 40 series laptop powered by RTX technology that can give you thin, light, fast, and the gaming you crave in college. Do you like playing Fortnite? Do you like playing Escape from Tarkov? Well, guess what? Now you can do that in college without sacrificing any of what you need to compete in the classroom. Your parents will love it and you will love it. Is he reciting this from memory? I wrote this shit. You know, I worked on the laptop campaign like 3 years straight, dude. I was like, it was all for back to school. We had to sell, we did so much research. You find out, you know, we did research for this. You find out that most kids, you know, not most, but there's many, many kids in college that want to play video games on their laptop. That's what they want. But their parents don't want to buy them a gaming laptop, number one. And number two is they're afraid. They're deeply afraid of pulling their laptop out of class and being laughed at. They're like, their number one thing is they're afraid, like, everyone's going to have a MacBook. They're going to pull their laptop out and it's going to be too loud or bulkier. And so we had to really hammer home that these laptops are not like the Alienwares used to know. They look great. They're thin. They're light. They're powerful. And just as a bonus, they crush at games. And that really helped sales. I mean, that was the, once we had that consumer insight, it was helpful. And then also you had to find like stuff for the parents, like, you know, video editing. There's a lot of comp sci stuff. There's a lot of programming stuff. There's like AI and robotics models. All this stuff is better with a GPU. And so, you know, it would help you in school. I do remember we had a video. This is getting in the weeds now. We had a video for Nvidia laptops back to school. Where is it? And it did so much better than average just because just the way this shit works. Just, you know, we hired actors and actresses for this. There was just a cute actress in it. And so it did way better than average. That was it. It was, you know, all the stats were way up. And it was just because, yeah, it was right here.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Class will start in a few days. I'm super excited.
It was just like her in the thumbnail, and it did fucking way better. It's fucked up. It wasn't even.
I got this new laptop. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
Well, I'm all settled in. See you soon.
I mean, he's cute
Yes,
too.
Mom, I'm eating healthy.
They're all attractive.
Hey, is this thing on?
Yeah. It's on. Yeah, I know, it's super confusing. Why don't you just hit Alt F4?
Oh, probably laugh. Why you just say all that for? You can tell she's a gamer. Problem is Overwatch. What a product of the time. Outsmart and outplay. I'm currently working a stable government job, but have an opportunity to take an esports job at Epic, which is where my passion is. Do you think it's... bro, I don't think that Epic Games is going under. Gaming jobs are more risky. Esports jobs are more risky. There could be layoffs. I'm not going to tell you that your job's 100% safe. But if you are truly passionate about it and you can work at Epic Games, that's not like a huge... You're not going to like, I don't know, what, like a... Give me like a medium-sized esports team. Like, it's not working for TSM or something. You're not. This is a stable job with 401k and benefits, and it's a company that has a huge income. Here's the thing: if you go to Epic Games and you take this job, and you are good at it, and you make relationships with the company, and you, I I don't know, excel and whatever, then even if they cut esports positions, there's a chance you could move somewhere else in the company. Like, it's also good on a resume. I think on a risk-adjusted basis, it's not crazy to take this job, especially if it pays more. So I would tell you, this is not something that's so risky that you shouldn't leap at it, I think, if you're truly into it. Has it been long enough you can tell your TSM story you couldn't say before? Maybe. Haven't I already basically told it? My TSM story? I can tell my TSM story. It's not anything crazy. My TSM story is they offered me the job of VP of marketing when I decided I was going to leave Nvidia. And I was deciding between that. I really just wanted to move to LA. Yeah. Me and Ari couldn't live in San Jose any longer. We just couldn't do it. It's just not a very fun city. We didn't have any friends there. As much as I, was happy with the pay and job at Nvidia, I wanted a quality of life change. So I wanted to go to LA, and I was deciding between doing content or this TSM job. They offered me VP of marketing. And when I was deciding whether or not to take it, I was like, well, can I interview some of the people that would be on my team? Because I would be leading a team, right? So the entire marketing team of TSM would report to me, and I wanted to know what that team was like. And I also wanted to know what TSM was like. So the crux of the story is the first person I interview is this woman. And I don't want to get into details here. I will just say, I asked her some really basic questions about TSM and the work-life culture and is there problems with leadership or whatever? And I within, I'm not kidding, probably 15, 20 minutes. This woman I've never met before. Within 15 or 20 minutes, she was crying, talking about how bad it was to work at TSM. Not, again, she didn't say anything that's you guys are thinking. It's nothing just stressful, stressful, under-supported, leadership not trusting, just bad. And that is a really, really, really major red flag for me. I didn't have to pry this out of her at all. And theoretically, she was telling this to someone who would be her boss. Do you understand? She was telling me this, and she was telling me how bad. So that's. Then she got the job. No, she actually quit. She quit TSM soon after that. So that, I don't know. And that wasn't the only interview I did. I did quite a few, and I just got a lot of red flags. And I wasn't even probing. My questions were people were volunteering the information. People there were openly telling me, about bad morale. So eventually I just said, this is a bad idea. And they ended up, getting rid of their league team, and it's gone pretty bad. So, TSM dead now though? No, it still exists. They also have, they own Blitz GG, which is a lot of you have this. When you play League or TFT or something, you have the Blitz overlay. That's where TSM's money comes from. That's basically the business now. That's the whole thing is pivoted to that. They don't even care about the esports side. Yeah. Wait, one more thing. This is the last thing I'll say. And again, it's not like they treated me fine in the interview. I'm not trying to disparage or anything here, but I have to be honest. One of my main things going in was this is a few years back, right? So I'm hey, listen, this is going to be kind of a tough challenge, but TSM has a history. It has a brand that some people know. If they have a budget, then theoretically we could make something happen here. This is a marketing challenge, but it could be interesting. But one thing that's going to make it impossible for me is if we have to push crypto shit. Because gamers fucking hate crypto. I was if we have to push crypto shit, then, and it became very, 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 very obvious. Like, they didn't want to say it because of the way I asked the question, but it became very obvious that yes. Yes, we did have to push crypto. Like, crypto shit is like, it's like they saw the future of the company as crypto based. They were like, yeah, crypto is the way TSM's going. TSM's going to, and that was really for me, even more than anything else. That for me was like, all right, well, this is a non-starter. There's just no way. What a miserable fucking job. Trying to pitch crypto to gamers is like, that's just the worst fucking job idea I can imagine. Did you have any other job offers and interviews? Yeah, I did. Well, I made the decision before this one finished, but I got to round 3 with Disney. Disney gaming division. They're trying to build out a stronger, robust gaming division. They see how important gaming is. And so I was pretty far along with Disney, which is also based in LA. So I was like, I thought about that. But again, Disney gaming, not as cool to work for again as like the main Disney marketing team. And at the end of the day, it still is like shit for kids. And I don't know. I wasn't, my heart wasn't in it from the beginning. I just kind of wanted it for the brand name. So I ended up not taking it. Did you apply for other game-related companies? It wasn't about games for me. It was about getting to LA. Again, my idea, no matter what, was kind of just to go to I'll be honest with you. I'm going to tell you my actual plan. Whether I went to TSM or Disney or Riot or anywhere else, the idea was always to get them to pay for my move and do like a year there and then quit and do content. Like, I just thought I needed more time. Because I was already making more, at the time, I was already making more money from content than from Nvidia. And like, no one in LA is going to pay as much as Nvidia. So I was just like, you know what? I just need to like keep working on this, but I need someone to pay for all my move and all my shit. And content must have been enough to move on its own. It was. That's what I did. But it's just like, why not get someone? I was risk averse, you know? I was like, it'll just be easier to move if I like have somebody handle everything. So that was the plan. Big A, when are you releasing Enron style GPUs? So much to unpack there. When am I personally am not a GPU company. I just worked for Nvidia at one point. So I don't have foundry time at TSMC in Taiwan. So it'd be very difficult for me to get GPUs created. I would need billions of dollars. The ability to outbid Apple and Nvidia. That could be tough. Secondly, were I to get that, were I to raise enough money from investors to start my own GPU production company, I think calling them Enron style GPUs. Enron was an energy company based out of Texas that had nothing to do with computer graphics. So it was also a famous massive fraud. So it'd be tough to get people to raise billions of dollars for a fraud energy company based style GPU. Do you understand? I'm hearing a lot of problems and not enough solutions. It's not my job. It is not my job to give you solutions for your problem. I'm just telling you what's wrong with your pitch.